All right, we're finally on the winner circle on the It's More Than Just Money movement channel. If you are just seeing the channel for the first time, please click on that subscribe button. Click on that notifications bell. I promise you're not going to regret it because we are bringing you phenomenal people that are doing phenomenal things in our country, South Africa, and globally. And today, I've got Mr. Talifhani Banks. Did I pronounce it well? Talifhani.
Yes, both. Merin.
Yeah, I Fuki
and both.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for coming, man. I've been looking at your work. I've been looking at what you do with analytics, and I've been looking at what you do with Spaza Eats, and basically your entrepreneurial journey. And it made me ask a couple of questions when it comes to the mindset behind all of it. You know, people see things on face value. They see that this person is pushing. The product is there. The businesses are growing. Industries are being disrupted. But we don't stop to think, what exactly is the mindset of that disruptor? And for me, to bring it out here was just to get a glimpse of your mindset and the understanding behind why everything is done the way it's done. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. And you're doing well. Keep going. There's so much coming for you.
And you made me wear a jacket, man.
Thank you.
I never was like this.
You respected the present. You knew I was coming.
And I wear a jacket and I get here, you just chilled and relaxed.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. I appreciate it.
So where does your story start, man? I know there's a lot of facets to your story, but where exactly does it start? Did it start out as you being this entrepreneurial person that's doing the work you do? Or is there a point in time where it starts? And where exactly does it start? And where do we get the turning point?
Obviously back home in Utrecht, we coming from not much, but it's a very good town and a lot of people are successful there. I always wanted what people had. We had places like called tycoons, very nice places that we couldn't go. And I didn't understand why that is. But fortunately, academics was my thing. In my high school, in my year of matric, I happened to be the only one who went to university, but I was very determined. When I got to university...
In the entire school?
Yeah. My high school.
All the grade 12s, they didn't go to university. You were the only person?
I don't know where they went. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. But that's how ambitious I am. But when I got to university, I'm studying at University of Pretoria, statistics. That's when I learned that I'm not as sharp as people. There's a lot of sharp people. And then I'm starting to revise my strategy, whether I want to go with academics and stuff like that. And that's when I'm starting to watch other guys. I was on YouTube 2008, 2009, watching what other guys are doing. And that's when I stumbled upon Steve Jobs and them. These guys dropped out. And I asked myself, do I want to drop out? There was a point in my life where I told myself, I can drop out and still make it, but one might not be respected. So I need to finish to prove that I can, so that when I'm done and I'm doing me, it's obvious. So I finished my degrees at University of Pretoria in statistics. And when I finished, I wanted to work. I applied for different jobs like anyone. 3-4 months, you're applying, no response, peanut. It's not a fun journey. And during that process, you're asking yourself a lot of questions. But I was a little bit exposed because my mother took me to her businesses back in the day. So when I got to the interview, and I was asking a lot of questions, what is it about what you guys do that would make someone like me work for you? And this guy said, no, we are from US and we do data science and all of that, which is the future of anything in technology. And it's when I realized and that job was paying me 3.5. And that job...
3.5 million or 3,500? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was consulting for macro, but I was working for a company called Damon Worldwide. It's a US company. And when I was working for...
And what year is this?
2013.
2013. Okay. Yeah. You started at 3.5. That's your first salary.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then 2013, I'm working with these guys. I'm working here at Sunning Hill. And I'm a dreamer. Everything I see, I want to multiply it and things like that. But the advantage is that I was working with directors because I'm a consultant. And as a consultant, you have to learn the business to be able to advise them. My first job, I'm a consultant. I'm advisory. I'm advising on high level. So I didn't start in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started understanding the business macro on a high level. And 2013, I saw where the business is going. From 2014, I also voted for lecturing. I was lecturing on Damelin on the other side. But from 2014, I'm doing business. I'm getting into anything, into analytics, into media. I'm working with different people. 2015, I moved to Pick and Pay as a pricing analyst. And when I'm in Pick and Pay, I have more money now. It's a different level. Pick and Pay, I'm shoot from that to a different quadrant. And I was able now to use my money to move around and things. And I worked with a lot of artists. So I picked up something from artists, which was creativity. And I learned something about myself. I'm a mathematician, but I learned that I'm a creative person. And 2016.
That's an odd balance, eh?
Very odd.
Yeah, very odd.
It's very
creative and mathematical. That's two. You're using both your brains.
Yes. But I'm figuring out. I'm discovering me. So in class, in math class, I'm A+. In creativity, I might not know what colors there, but my creativity is there. And I've created some amazing work for some artists that are now international. And that's when I'm realizing that 2016, that's when I'm realizing that I want to start something that represents me. We started our first company 2017. It's called Analytics Advertising. Analytics is basically saying maths, calculus. Mm-hmm. Advertising is basically saying creativity. So we started a maths and creativity company called Analytics Advertising. And the idea was to create systems and data science process that will influence customer behavior and things like that. And that's where my journey is starting. That's where I'm starting to see myself. And I left corporate in 2016. And that's when I'm starting to officially start business. But it's a lot of, when I started and now it's a different presentation. When I started, it was about me proving myself. But now it's not that. I already know I'm top G in what I'm doing. But now it's about serving the continent, creating systems that will solve the continent. I'm feeling like I'm in the spirit of Mansa Musa. We need to develop technologies and e-commerce platforms that will create the economics in our continent. And a lot of things that we are doing now that don't mean anything. That's why multinational companies from global companies can come here and take over, because we don't have systems. You don't have any. And we need to beyond systems, we need to have minerals that we manufacture here. We need to start owning our things here and process them and push them as exports. That's what I'm living about now.
I'm also sensing a deep sense of Pan-Africanism in your story.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Are those ideals you picked up along the way?
Along the way, yeah.
Or these are ideals you were raised with?
Along the way. I grew up in a very diverse environment. I went to an Indian school. My neighbors are white, Tongas, Sipedi. I lived in Atteridgeville, so a very mixed environment. I didn't think of Pan-African. But the Pan-African is developing now after realizing that a lot of African people, you're doing all these monies, but you don't own anything. After you're gone, what is there for you? We need to build systems that outlive us, things that go beyond across the continent and connects the continent. Mm-hmm. And we always think about South Africa, and South Africa is too small. It's too small. It's only 50, 60 million people. That's a small market to make $1 billion. That's why most people who make billions are in property, they're in this and that, but rare to find guys in technology doing that. You know why? Because technologies are focusing on small market.
So it's rare in South Africa to find a tech billionaire?
How many can you tell me?
I don't know if any.
Because whatever they are doing, they are there. But whatever they are doing, it's targeting small market. I'm thinking continent, across the diaspora. And that's what will make it organic by default. It's already big. Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's why I developed Spaza Eats. I had to leave my company that is doing very well, hired a lady who's successfully building it. She's obviously started by understanding everything. Now she's adapting, she's taking it over. I don't have to run that company. It's a successful company. But me starting Spaza Eats was about building a technology that will not only serve me, but serve the community. I mean, now we have more than 500 drivers. And beyond the community in South Africa, across the continent, now we're selling franchise and stuff.
Mm. But what's your biggest why? Why go through all that trouble? I mean, if you've already built a successful business and money is not even the main thing, what then becomes the why for actually, is it you trying to scale so that you can have more influence? Or is it the thing of looking at the market and saying, there's something that I can still offer to the market and gain the influence and also be able to change people's lives?
The last one, I think that where I'm sitting now, I've got enough influence, enough money to serve for me and my family and the team that I have from analytics advertising. But my last award from analytics advertising in 2022, when I last ran the company, I was in Russia and I'm winning top entrepreneur in Russia. And I'm
Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yes, in BRICS.
Sure.
And I'm meeting guys who are
Congratulations on that.
I'm meeting guys who are doing powerful solutions for their continent. Guys who are building powerful solution for China, powerful solution for India, powerful solution for Russia. Who is building powerful solutions here? No one. They are there, but not powerfully standing out and say, this is for me and my continent. And now when I'm doing Spaza Eats, beyond money, beyond influence, it's about creating a system that will live and will activate the economics in the continent beyond my existence. I am one guy who knows I can do that. I'm a tech guy. I've built so many systems. I'm a data science. I understand my numbers. I've been in rooms of business. I've closed deals.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can't do with this system. That's why it's growing so quick. We registered Spaza Eats 2020, but we launched it now in July 2023.
Yes.
But already now, look at the partners I have. A person with a 6-7 months business can't have those partners. It's because I know which rooms to walk in.
Yeah.
Yes. And the partners and the collaborations that I'm bringing now throughout this year, it's different. Within this year, Spaza Eats is making more numbers than analytics advertising.
So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. So my mother was born Kamashambe. That's close to Louis. That's where you come from, right? And when she would tell me stories of how she grew up, I would see poverty, obviously, around her story.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here with someone who comes from almost the exact same area, and I'm listening to the mindset, and it's completely different.
Yeah.
What did you do to develop your mindset that you think could be? I know it's not one thing. What are the things that you've done along the years to build your mindset to get it to the space where you'd be able to build companies the way you do?
I love the question. Firstly, I've been developing my mind since 2008-9. I'm reading different mindset.
That's after matric.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm learning different things about these guys. I used to think these guys are on a different space mentally. I never got it. But the more I read about these guys, and when I officially started helping people in 2014, 15, 16, I realized I can also do this. But the more way my mind is developing is when I'm actually running analytics advertising. Because to build a company like that, it's so difficult than what I'm doing now. To build analytics advertising, anybody can say, no, I can build a system. But can you build a system for a large corporation, multi-billion-dollar company? Can you go there and tell them when you are young like that? What are you saying to them? To build that mind, it's a different level. And for me, I had to be forced to grow a thick skin, mentally also to know so much than the guy who's sitting there, to be able to convince them to build a system that will help their company, national, and beyond national in other countries. That's how my analytics advertising company got to be in 5 countries. Because when I was building this technology, I didn't realize that I'm going to help them in Botswana, in Zimbabwe. I didn't realize I'm going to help them in Rwanda. That's how I got to scale. And I have literally 5 companies in analytics advertising.
Sure.
Yes, people are looking at me here. So as I'm doing that, let me give you a perspective. Let me say my first job I was earning 3.5. Now I'm earning 30,000, 40,000. My last job I'm earning 45,000 gross.
At the Pick and Pay.
Yes.
Yes.
But now when I'm studying analytics.
So they jumped you from 3.5 to 45,000.
No,
crazy.
30.
To 30, yeah. But that's almost 10 times the amount.
Yes. So when I was earning that, it was not because I have my qualification, I'm a statistician. It was for training.
Yeah.
After the training, I had to get the job. So all that process.
You remind me of a friend of mine, Gift Nantumbo.
Yeah.
He's also a statistician. He's got a beard. He's got glasses.
And they act like that. So I have realized in that process of employment, I have outdone me. It's no longer about myself there. I've outdone. My last job, I was reporting to the CEO of AutoZone. Yeah. So now when I'm working at analytics advertising, think about running a company that is in 5 countries. How much are you making monthly as an individual that you can say, yeah, now I'm doing well? I was doing those numbers and I've never told anyone. But if you are doing those numbers, you can't think like me in Louis Trechard.
Of course, it's a totally different person.
Yes.
That's why I say, from the person that was in Louis Trichat to the person doing those numbers, there's a lot of work that was done
100%.
in between. And I'm thinking, what is that work that was done in between that got you to be that person that now scales five companies?
And the easiest answer is that if you are going to build a technology for a large corporation, you need to have a presentation that convinces them that you can be the guy who can build that solution. Because they have seen so many people and so many large corporations who couldn't solve, and they need to trust in you. So you need to be a better version of you to be able to present that. So I developed and I grew through that process. And obviously, people who have been working for 40 years, they talk like they're sleeping. How many people who are talking to me like that for years building analytics advertising? So many. And I got to a position where I was comfortable and I grew. And now after I pushed 2022, I looked at it as my final lap because I've outdone myself. I've done everything. I turned in Russia. I've won in that company won 8 times award-winning company. 8 times. Management of system, management of technology, best innovation company. I did that. So it was not.
You're in the Forbes cover.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have outdone myself in consulting. But like I said, something grew in me. What have you done that people and young entrepreneurs will look at and say, you have created a platform for us? I didn't have that because I was building technologies for large corporations.
Are you speaking legacy now?
Now it's about legacy of a name, not even money, because money is fine. I'm in a position where I can make money whether I'm...
So I'm saying at that moment, you've made the money, right? But a part of you was thinking, but what legacy do I have?
Mensa Musa's name, I want it.
The money was not enough.
No money can buy that.
So it's more than just money.
Yes. Now it's more than just money. Now it's more than just money. Let me tell you why. Because Spaza Eats, I just started, and we already have more than 20 employees, more than 500 drivers, earning money, merchants. I've got guys who are making 5,000 a week from Soweto, Tembisa, who are now making 70,000. It's proven in the system, and they have 3 other shops that they are opening, and I'm activating the economics.
Sure.
My biggest reward will be seeing all these things happening. Right now, I'm creating a fund. It's not even for me, but it's coming through me. It's a fund that is going to everyone who's going to start their own delivery jobs across the country. They're going to have 10 bikes, 5 bikes. You're going to hear it within these 2 months. Everyone is going to have 5 bikes, 10 bikes. And I created that. Everyone is going to have economics. That's what I'm doing now. It's about creating the economics in a powerful way. When they put me in the name and they say, that guy is powerful, or that guy and that guy, I'm going to say, why is that other guy powerful? Because I've created the economics. It's no longer about making money. It's about how many people have you helped who are now leaders and they are now generating money through you. That's what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Brother, with Spaza Eats, I'm not talking one person. I've got more than 800 restaurants, and I'm talking about guys who are making now 70,000, 60,000 a month, one restaurant. Some of them have got 2, 3. How much am I generating from this one platform? I'm talking about bikes, national. How much is that fund? You're going to hear about that fund.
Yeah, obviously I want to hear more about that fund, but I'm particularly interested. You know, I've heard over the years people would say the township economy, the township economy, the township economy, but there wasn't a way in which it could be unlocked completely.
They don't have a system
to unlock it. So when you sat and looked at the economy or the township economy, what are the things that you looked at for you to be able to take that risk in order to unlock what was unlocked, what was not unlocked by people not there over the years?
I've traveled across the continent, and the small towns here in the country, the townships, they are the same across the continent. When you go to Senegal, when you go to Rwanda, it's the same. The people who tell you don't go to those markets, they haven't been there or they're afraid of. But when I'm in Rwanda, I'm connecting with the people there, natural. Yeah.
It feels like you're in Venda.
I'm in Venda. So I'm going to create a system that is going to connect people. I'm going to start from food, culinary food, whatever, African food, African cuisine, connects people in the continent, spark out. Food is the one major thing that can connect us people. That's why when you visit a home, they give you food to connect. Everywhere in the continent, they do the same. I launched Spaza Eats as a food delivery platform, but we grew it now. We've got BP, National. Remember, I used to work for Pick and Pay.
Sure,
Now I've got Pick and Pay National. I left Pick and Pay with a CV. Now I'm back with the business plan.
For sure.
National. And now we are opening e-commerce. E-commerce, I'm talking big companies, suppliers. They are loading their product. I'm talking including Honda, selling bikes on Spaza Eats. So my idea was to activate those small shops that we don't respect. The restaurants that are selling quarters. How about you activate them and bring them into digital world where they now can become bankable. They now can prove to a bank how much they're making. And now they can even grow there. Do you know why the guys, they can't grow there? Because they're making money cash. They can't prove to a bank that they've got money. Yeah. So they can't get a loan.
There's actually a chapter in my book where I speak to that, where it's called Formalize Your Informal Business.
100%, that's my plan. So Spaza Eats can formalize your informal business, and I can even help them register their business to become formal business.
Yeah.
I've got delivery men from here. I don't know if you saw, I was giving away uniform.
Yeah, I saw it on your Instagram.
How much did G4 spend to help me have that uniform? Because that gave me the uniform for free. Why would a large corporation give you a uniform for free if you do it stupid? It has to be a powerful movement that they feel like, I need to be part of it. I gave the guys the driver's uniform for free, boots top to toe to the top, because I understand that if you are going to be doing deliveries in the country, you need to be protected and be safe. Now we are saying that we've got a fund that is going to be creating so many people who are starting, even if they have one bike, as long as they are on Spaza Eats, they're going to have 3, 4, 5 bikes that they're going to get just for them being on Spaza Eats. That for me is what I'm living for now. If I stop in 5 years from now, I would have achieved. Because now it's about how many people have you helped that have become successful through you. That's what I'm doing.
You know what I'm sensing and I'm connecting with as you're speaking is that to do what you are doing, there has to be a certain love and humility. You know, love for people and humility. And I know people can hear you telling your story and say, this guy is boasting.
Yeah.
But what I'm sensing is a certain level of humility that says, I now have to connect with people and really, really reach out and help.
If I was boasting, I didn't have to do Spaza Eats. I was already successful. I'm already successful. I'm running, analytics is 5 companies in 5 countries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to do this.
That's why I'm saying the fact that you don't have to do it.
Yes.
And the mindset and the thinking behind doing it is actually to ensure that the next person is thriving.
100%.
And the person after that, there has to be a certain love for people. Where does that come from? Does it come from the Pan-Africanism? What's going on there?
Africa.
Because now, right now, let me tell you what guys, if I make a little bit of money, right? I want the G-class.
Yeah.
I want the G-class. I don't want to risk my money in another business, right? And I'm not saying that's the case. I'm saying that's what Oaks do. I make a little bit of money here. I want a nice car. When I rock up, I want everybody to see. But you going totally against that mindset.
100%.
And saying, I'm going to use my resources to risk it in another business 100%. To help other people.
And you know why? Because I have proven to myself that I'm that guy who can do it multiple times. You can do it once and it's good.
Ooh, that mindset.
How many times can you do it consistently? Remember, I'm not running analytics at all.
It's like starting over.
It's starting over. You see me making delivery. Do you think I appreciate 22 Rand when I'm making delivery? No, it's about seeing the system. Where am I flopping on the system? Seeing the workflow, the customer journey. Where can I perfect it? I build the technology in my head before it comes to life. Now, when we're talking about selling this franchise across the continent, I build this in my head. This is not something that somebody thought for me and helped me to. No, it's all in my head. So when you see me delivering, I'm not trying to make money from deliveries. I'm trying to see what else can I implement from this that will advance humanity and advance the ways of delivery. Now, I don't mind making deliveries with bicycles. I don't mind making deliveries with bikes and cars because now I've opened e-commerce I've opened restaurant, grocery through BP, and I'm talking to another retailer. And e-commerce, I'm partnering with big suppliers. If somebody's thinking they are I'm talking big suppliers, they're on Spaza Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think I like what you're saying because a guest previously said to me, he's in the property industry.
Okay.
And it's like he was speaking to his mentor.
Yeah.
And his mentor said to him, if you want to do property in a big way, you must start out in property management where it's the messiest.
Then learn the basics.
And learn the basics because you won't be able to build something big without understanding the basics. You want to develop a building and put a nice chandelier at the top there. but you won't be able to change the light bulb should it go off.
Because you haven't done that.
And I feel like it's the same thing 100%. That you are doing. What's the thinking and the mindset behind that? Behind entrepreneurs actually doing the actual work. Because I can sit in the office and develop systems.
Yeah, and look good.
You know what I always say to my guys? I always say, there isn't a building that we have where I don't understand what's going on. Because I've been through that. But I hear from you, and I want you to delve into that mindset a bit and also teach around it so that people can actually get it.
I think that is about loving the work that you're doing. Fall in love with the journey enough that you innovate as you go. It's not more than money is a byproduct of doing good. And if you're doing so good and advancing things that will solve people's problem, everything else is by default. Seek first and everything shall be added unto you.
Seek first the kingdom of God and everything shall be added unto you.
Do you know what is the kingdom?
What's the kingdom? Get into it.
It's the product. It's the gift you are called for. That gift, if you can seek it and keep advancing the gift, everything else shall come to you.
A man's gift will make room for him.
100%.
Him amongst important people.
The reason why people don't have that is...
Don't make me say go deeper, Papa.
Hey, let's go deep. The reason why people don't have is because they haven't unleashed the gift. You have to be a solution. Remember, we are all unique. We are all carrying something that nobody has. By you just being yourself and applying your gift, you're already doing something that is special. You are already a powerful being. So you going deeper into that and unleashing that advances the product of what you are doing, and everything else shall be given. Everything else.
How does one then tap into that giftedness? Because I feel like sometimes when people look at guys like you and me at some point, you're sitting and you're doing what you love. Basically, you're doing what you're born for, and things keep unveiling themselves.
Yes.
Right, as you move along.
Yeah.
I feel like for some, they could be intimidated by that and be like, but I can't speak that well. I didn't do mathematics. I'm not as smart as that guy. I'm not even as tall as him.
Yes.
So what are the things that people can do to tap into their own uniqueness and their own giftedness?
And I love the question, and thank you. People should hear me clearly, because I'm not trying to buy people's credits. I don't do anything that people need to buy from. Not interested. I'm just speaking my thoughts that allows you to spark the brain of you to use for you to see yourself. What I think people must do is find themselves. It's find the greatness from within. Because if you look at my journey is crafted by me being who I am. Everything is working because I'm being me in it. I'm a numbers guy. If you put me in numbers and you're trying to confuse me, I'm going to figure them out. But if you're trying to do numbers and you can't do that. Do what you can do. Whether it's soccer, whether it's whatever, do what you can do and try and monetize it. The advice you need is, how do I monetize my talent? How do I monetize my gift? I've been here for so long, and how do I differentiate myself from everyone else? That's what you should be asking. Not, how do I do the same thing? No, you can't do what I do. You can't.
So you think the mistake is because people look at another person and say, how can I do what he does?
100%. There's already, Miles Monroe says this well. He says, in a car engine, there's already a spark plug, there's already a battery, there's already an engine. You want to be an engine. An engine is already existing. You can't be special on an environment where there's already so much saturation of your existence.
Yeah, but I think you know what the thing is, right? In the era where...
In the principles.
I think they know what
because they don't understand, yeah? This is as basic as it is. Seek ye first, and everything shall be added.
Yeah.
Seek yourself within, the kingdom within, and who you are. Everything else shall come, because you have now found yourself. It means you can't be, when I see you, I see your greatness. I'm not intimidated by your greatness.
Because you've got your own.
100%.
Exactly. But you know what the thing is, right? Somebody looks at you and says, but Talifhani is making money from his greatness. Maybe perhaps because the person is starting out. Someone maybe is 18, 19 right now. And the question they ask, you asked me why I called it It's More Than Just Money.
Yeah.
The question they ask is, where do I make the most money?
Yeah.
How do I become a billionaire by 25? How do I become a millionaire by 25? And they look around and say, but the guy that seems to be making is a guy that started Spaza Eats or analytics.
I want to do the same.
I want to do the same thing because I want to make money.
It won't be special.
Yo,
It won't be special. 100%. The only reason why properties are special, and I commend what you're doing, is because they are in different regions.
Yeah, so every project is unique and different.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're going to build something like Spaza Eats, you can't outsmart me in my game. I didn't copy anyone doing this.
Sure. Okay. We were going ahead. Oh. I told you when you did fight.
I was ready. Okay.
Oh. Did you get that too?
No.
Put it in. Don't leave it out. Put it in. Yes. And what I was saying is that a lot of people look at guys like you that have already made it. Perhaps a guy is 18 and is starting out, and they say, but I want to do exactly what that guy did because he's made a lot of money. And I want a lot of money, and I want a nice car, and I want to live in a nice house. I want the fruit without the root.
Do you think?
But they don't say that.
They don't,
right?
no.
They don't say I want the fruit without the root.
Yes.
They just say I want the fruit.
Yeah, I want the fruit.
Yeah.
Let's assume I don't have anything. I don't have money. I don't have companies. I don't have anything. Do you think I will still do this? Let's say I'm staying in Outreachville. I'm back at my father's old place. Do you think I will still do business if I don't have money?
You're asking me the question.
Yeah.
I think you'd still do it. And the question is why?
It's more than just money. It's about if you find yourself from within, you have to leave that. You have to leave that. That's your existence. That's your heaven. I know I'm going to contradict a lot.
Go on.
Your heaven is you living in your gift and pushing it out and people experiencing what you are called here to do. That's how people will appreciate your Homo sapiens. Because you are bringing something that is unique from what they have, from their new reality, from what they have been exposed to. When I'm doing what I'm doing, it's new because you haven't seen nobody who's a tech guy, who's also a mathematician, who's also an entrepreneur, who's also talking and connecting with the people like he's a street kid. It's me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And when I'm doing it, I'm not trying to prove a point that I'm doing it. No, I'm not. It's me. I know it's going to be a
But when did that realization come? Well, that realization, because there are people who made money, but they don't know themselves, but they're making money.
How are they making money?
Obviously, no, not even tenders. Obviously, they figured out how to identify a need in the marketplace and make money, but they just don't know who they are yet. So how did you marry the two? You figured out who you are and still be able to make the money because you're able to identify the need in the marketplace.
Yes. I wouldn't speak for them. I think they should come here and tell us how do they do it. Because I think it's a lot of depression and anxiety doing things that you don't really connect with from your within. And you have to wake up every day and push yourself to do it. I'm not pushing myself doing it. To come here to you, I have to love it to come here. It's my lifestyle. I have to come and meet another great person to connect and exchange energy. It's a lifestyle.
Right.
It's not work. And I'm not here for you. I'm here for me, to help me, to learn and exchange power. How much power do you have for you to do this? I have to exchange. Iron sharpens iron. I appreciate that. When I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm not forcing myself. And people like to say, no, don't look at them like this. They will fall. Do you know if I fall, I will come back again here?
Yeah.
This is my existence. This is my reality. What do you mean I will fall?
What do you mean by that? Yeah, I wanted to ask, what do you mean if I fall, I'll come back again?
I started Spaza Eats. I gave my company away December 2022. January, I'm starting from scratch like everybody. Now I've got BP, National Express, all of them. I've got a Honda on the thing. I've got so many restaurants. I've got so many customers. 1 year. What is the difference? The mindset. I live in it.
Because it's who you are. I always say that you can take away everything from me. As long as you give me breath,
money don't make me.
I'll get it all back.
Money don't make me. Money doesn't make Mr. Banks at all. You put me in anywhere in God's green earth, I'll triple my worth. That's what Jesus is. Anywhere I'm going to go, I'm going to figure out what is the best way to apply myself and generate.
But how does one identify that thing within themselves?
It's a difficult way to explain.
Yes. Because I'm thinking, there's a guy sitting somewhere and listening, and they're thinking, wow, powerful.
Yeah.
Right?
But
But where do I start? I mean, I'm sitting in the township somewhere. I'm looking. My friend always says to me, you know, the people who said you on TikTok, there's a guy looking at the roof there, relaxing, and he has nothing to do. How does that guy, when he goes onto YouTube and hears you say, you can put me somewhere on God's green earth and I'll triple my worth?
Yeah.
Right? How does he identify within themselves a part of him that can say, even if you put me anywhere as well,
I'll be able to.
I'll be able to do it.
I think that
because I feel like you do have the answer to that question.
100%. I think that when you are starting, you are not confident in yourself, and you are not strong enough to say to say what I'm saying now. I'm able to say this because anybody who does me anything, I'm still gonna do this. But when you are starting, you want to start where you are able to, where you can, with what you have. Because I've learned that as you are doing that, your mind will spark something new as you are doing. Then you
don't triple your worth, find your worth.
Find it by doing what you can now. Yeah, I would agree to that.
So what I can now, where do I start? Okay.
What is around you? What can you make? Where can you make 500 around you right now? Where can you make 1,000? And you shouldn't be doing this for free every day. This is not an NGO. Where can you make 500? Where can you make 1,000? Do that repeatedly every day. You see, let me say that people say, no, another guy is going to say, that guy is not that smart. And I agree. But I'm from down bottom, the streets, poverty. How do I consistently do those numbers every month consistently? Where do I have to be mentally? Not just in one company, in 2, 3. There's another system that we develop now called Veritas. It's my solution. It's for vetting. We can vet criminal record, we can vet credit, we can vet your company, whatever. I use this system on Spaza. Who is thinking for me to do that?
Yeah. Maranda, you sound like a nerd, man.
No, I'm not.
And not everyone is a nerd. And I say this because, like I said, you remind me of Gift, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I think Gift taught me to find my own uniqueness.
Yes.
Because every time I would be with him, when he speaks, I'd feel like if I participate in this conversation, I'm dumb. Because of how he speaks.
He speaks intelligent.
On that thing that he's good at. That it made me realize, nah, man, I need to find what I'm good at.
When you speak it, he will have to listen.
Yes, because it's something totally different from his.
When you speak, brother, property, whatever, I have to listen. I don't know. As much as I've got few properties and I'm aiming, that's the goal, to buy some piece of the earth and build, I don't know a property as you. And if you can start property conversation, I promise you I'm going to be quiet. The only thing I'm going to say is you need a system to automate. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to find myself in what you are doing. But everyone can be best if they apply themselves in their best strength.
You're working on a prop tech system now. I think
what is
you'll help us. I can't say it here on YouTube, but I'll sit with you and we can help us with that.
What I believe is that if we are all sitting 5 of us in a room and ideas are coming from one place, 4 of us are not thinking. We need to be exchanging ideas. And those ideas come from deep within, that it should be your greatness combined. When we are in that one room, it becomes powerful. That's why when people are successful, they move out to places where other powerful people stay. It's not that they hate you or they don't like you. They want to nourish their mind. They want to stay in a place where their mind, they are challenged.
That's why they say get out of the hood.
You have to. If you stay there long enough, you can't survive. We are not even used to you being like that here. We're going to get rid of you. It's simple maths. You need to get out. Yes, you need to get out. And it's not that you hate the place, but you don't fit anymore. You're an outlier. Go to a place where you can be challenged. Same thing with business. I build business in technologies. I was number 1. Every year I'm winning. Actually, TT100 is hosting an awards now in February. I might win again. Best tech company, best what. I'm tired of winning all the time in that regard. But now I'm building a new e-commerce. I'm competing with Takealot, Amazon.
Yeah.
Put them there. I want them.
Uber.
I want competition, brother. And I want you to say, this guy is stupid, it's not enough. My brother, I said in 2021, and I told the judges in 2021 at Rising Stars, and I told them, I'm going to build a platform that is going to connect the continent, and it's going to start as food platform, and it's going to emerge to grocery and e-commerce, and it's going to become the best platform in the country. Do you know, they look at me like this. We were dreams. I'm doing that now. It's the level of understanding. Some people get to those positions without, they were hired to be in that position. I'm not hired to be in that position.
Can someone hire a gift?
They can, but they need to appreciate it.
Ooh.
Because if they head up, I met Ackerman in Pick and Pay.
Raymond Ackerman, yeah.
The presentation of me and Ackerman talking to me and the presentation of me and my manager talking to me, it's different. Ackerman recognize me. The guy doesn't know me. So how will they appreciate you? They don't know you. They can't recognize real, and you have to be one to recognize it. For you to see me, you have to be one.
So Ackerman would see, but the manager wouldn't see.
They were from where? They're not cut from the same cloth. Well, what can they see?
What are the things that people can do to recognize or to find their community? To find their tribe.
To find their tribe.
To find their tribe.
A lot of us are born from the same cloth. I would say you are from my same cloth, even though you are specializing in different things. But you find that when you're on the journey. That's why people, when you start leveling up, you leave out some of the friends that you used to be with. Not that you hate them or what. You still connect with them. But the conversation is, do you know where? I can't say at least in my life. I can't say at least we will. I hope. I can't say that. Ever in my words, you will ever hear that coming out. Because in my existence, I already know that by default, that is for me. But if I'm sitting with you, we still say, at least, hey, if we can, you are talking a different language from me. I'm going to push myself away from you, even without knowing. Because you are talking an average talk. You want me to say at least. You want me to say I can't compete with Take a Lot because at least. No, I want competition. I want problem. I want them to say no. Because let me tell you, high chances these guys are going to be sitting with me in the same room and they're going to be saying, how do we work together? 100% spark out. Let me tell you why. When you get to the communities and the continent and in the township, people in the communities, they are not every day eating McDonald's. They are eating quarters, they're eating pap, they're eating our type of food, African. That's what I have in Spaza Eats.
Yeah.
You want to be an English food delivery when you want to exist in Soweto. That's why I'm number one now in Soweto. By default, I'm selling our food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't outsmart me in my environment. I know what to sell. I know what we eat. I just need to scale that.
What do you think of these words? If the thing that I'm doing right now does not work for me, it is going to work on me.
Wow. What does that mean? It's going to help me grow? What does that mean?
I want to hear what
I think
comes to mind when you hear that. If the thing that I'm doing
now does not work for me,
it will work on me.
It will work on me. I feel like whatever I'm doing now, whether it's a job and it's not working for me because I've got bigger aspirations, it's going to work on me in the sense that I'm going to use that knowledge when I go somewhere in the future. I worked in corporate. You can recognize a person who worked in corporate and a person who didn't. I don't do stupid things. You need to have an auditor. You need to make smart investment, and you need to have smart marketing. You learn this in corporate. The things that I learned in Pick and Pay, they are working on me because now I'm applying them in my business. I'm not doing this to look stupid in me newspapers and people are saying, this guy didn't do this. No, I'm doing this to prove a point that we can do this. You're not going to see me looking like stupid in front media. This guy didn't know. I'm going to make sure that I use every experience that I learned to work on me, to make sure that I execute in the highest level. Why would I disappoint myself in what I truly, truly believe in? Yeah, nobody pushed. I didn't get retrenched in corporate. People find themselves after they get retrenched and they didn't have anything to do. I walked out. I can't walk out of a company that is paying me so well in 2017 and come here and misrepresent me. It shows that I don't respect myself, and unfortunately I do.
So who you are in your job is who you are in your business.
100%.
So you find folks, they're in a job, they're doing poorly, and they take that poorly performing guy into a business, and they want that guy to succeed in a business.
I promise you, that's where you're going to hear stories. You're going to hear them. Default. I guarantee you're going to hear them.
Sure.
Let me tell you why. Excellence is being able to perform on a highest level for a longest period of time. You have to live in excellence. I'm not an A student, but I'm an A student because I push myself to be there. When I'm doing business, you think I'm doing this to be number two? A+ in this.
Yeah, we're not here to be number 2. Even us here, it's more than just man.
You can see where I'm starting.
Actually, we're number 1. Nico, are we not?
And yes,
Numbers don't lie.
you can see where I'm starting. You name them, all of them. They're in front of me. I'm saying to you, I know what to do to take the Spaza Eats as a business to a top level. And anybody else can do the same if they apply themselves in the highest level. But if people are going to corporate or to a job and they underperforming 20% of yourself, and you think that you can highly perform on your own thing, it's not going to work. Reason why I say that I was performing 10% of me, I was my best at what was provided there. That is not enough of me. But when I'm doing this, I was still my best there. But when I'm doing this, I don't feel like it's a job doing this. I go through a lot. I manage a lot of entities. But you don't hear me crying or saying that I'm going to stop or saying that I'm going to sell these. It's a lifestyle. It's what I'm born to do. But if I do happen to sell, it's because now I'm tired and I want to spend time with my kids. Yeah.
Do you have any questions from the floor? Questions, comments? We're opening up questions to the floor. You've got a question. Nico, there's a question there.
Was there? What you done?
Come this side where the camera. See, camera shy.
Okay.
I like your suit, bro.
That camera. Thanks.
Yo.
Yeah, that's it.
Hi, viewer here speaking. This has been very inspirational. One of the things that I thought about when you were speaking, I remember when I matriculated, it was one of the worst experiences in my life because I realized I knew nothing about myself. And I was like to my mom, I can't go to university. Yeah. And I never been to university. And I remember during that period of working and also developing in my craft, I realized, because I grew up around Midrand and I looked at my friends and everyone that I went to school with, and I realized that we were sort of raised by this American cultural imperialism where we were raised by the television, and everything that was going on internally was dictated by things that were external from us. And we sort of didn't know who we are.
100%.
And that thing takes time. And with Black society, I think those things are not emphasized enough, trying to figure out yourself.
Deep,
and I think what you said is very important, because it reminded me of a book that I read, a book on sports psychology. And I remember it said that in ancient Greece, they split the day into 4. There was one part of the day which was for intellectual interests, the other part spiritual, the other part, I think it was, I forget, physical, and then the other part just trying to understand yourself. And I think with poverty, we're not taught those things of developing ourselves, because essentially school teaches us to get a job and to keep it.
100%. It's part of the system.
Spirits, yeah.
And you have to break the system, brother.
Yeah.
That system is taught to our fathers and grandfathers that when you are born, they teach you that. They don't even know that is wrong. To break that chain, it takes so much. It takes so much. You know, my father works in my company, and my main goal is to help him discover himself. And my father now, he discovered himself, that he now knows.
You helped him discover himself.
100%. Now when I tell my father I want to do this, he's like, let's go. Because he knows him. And unfortunately, not many people know themselves. And you can share powerful things and they think it's a pipe dream or it's far-fetched, because to them, they have never seen anyone doing that. But when I'm speaking, after going through so much, I'm not speaking from mumbling thoughts. I'm speaking from, I know it's possible for me. I have seen myself doing something like that before, and I can do this. But if you're growing up in an environment where people are telling you things that are wrong, but they also don't know that is wrong, they are pushing you to do things that are wrong, but how do you get out of it? It takes so much. And unfortunately, for people like us who will be preaching, a person can still laugh at you to telling them the truth and still say, it's stupid. That's fine. Because you can't convert everyone. But my journey now, it's about baptizing so many unbelievers through my journey. I have proven.
You're baptizing them through your journey.
Yes. I'm a statistician. Yeah. You can't say academics I failed because I'm a math guy. I've solved so many X's at University of Pretoria. Yeah. I came to business. I went to corporate.
Not many people can get into UP, by the way.
100%.
Very few.
I went to corporate. My last job, I was reporting to the CEO of AutoZone. I'm 27. Not many people can say that. I'm running 250 stores when I'm managing them. Now I run my first company, Analytics Advertising. I grew it to a point where it's 8 times award winning. And my personal award is a BRICS top entrepreneur in Russia. How many people from where I'm coming from can go to Russia?
From Louis Trichat. Not many.
I built a second one called Analytics X, which is a group company and is managing all these entities. A third one, now it's Spaza Eats, it's an e-commerce platform. And I'm saying, let's go. Whether you're a restaurant guy, whether you eat grocery, I'm not putting anyone because I want those retailers. I've got BP now national.
Yeah.
And then e-commerce, I'm saying anybody, whether you produce hair product or whatever, let's go. After I'm done with this, how many more do you know from where I'm coming from? So what type of advice can they give me before I do all this thing? It's not enough for, So I don't know. I'm saying this because I'm walking in the journey and I'm not expecting anybody to follow what I'm saying, but I'm saying that a person who haven't lived what I'm doing cannot give you the answers. Even if you go for them and say, do you think I can do this? They won't tell you. They'll tell you, I don't think it's not for you.
Yeah, Steve Harvey says, a lot of you have got dreams, but you went and told your dreams to your friends and family members who don't believe, and you stopped doing what you're supposed to do.
Brother, if I'm asking for money, I'm not going to ask for 10,000. I'm not going to ask for 100,000. I'm going to ask for 6 figures up. That's my gen. My expenses are too high. If I'm going to be looking for that type of money, what type of advice can I come and ask for somebody who hasn't made that money to give me? My life is expensive. And what I'm working on, even coming here sharing information, I'm putting my life on the line to tell the truth. But people think that I'm coming here to, no, I'm coming here to tell you what you need to do your part. But I don't have to do this because I don't make money from doing it. I don't have to. But
it goes back to that love that
the love has to be there. You have to have love for humanity. You have to have love for serving people and help them become better. And my journey, like I said, I love the journey of Mansa Musa. Not everything else, what is life and whatever, but the impact he had in 12 centuries was powerful that it still lives in me now. I want to do the same thing. This guy was $400 billion in 12th century. The richest man in globally.
Who's ever lived. Yeah.
Yes. The guys you're seeing now, you're respecting, they can't match him.
And that's a black man.
Yes.
He looks like me.
100%. From Mali. And you want to say Mali is that? No, Mali is one country. This is the whole thing, is a whole country. You need to realize African country is rich. And when you travel across the continent, they use different currencies. And they orchestrated that so that you feel disconnected. But the power of the continent is when you are one place and you're using one currency. And when you're using one currency, you can extend your market enough that your technology and what you're doing now.
So you agree with Julius?
100%.
Sure.
100%. He also had to learn, somebody had to teach him that it's about the continent. It's not about your small country with 60 million people. Nigeria is 200 million. If you can build a technology that serves the continent,
the entire billion plus people.
These guys are multinational. Facebook is multinational. You want to compete with Facebook with your one country.
It's not possible.
We need to understand this. But you being Africa, you already have a chance. Because Africa is 1.2 billion people, 1.3. And the currency here, you have a youth dividend, less than 25 years. And everyone is an innovator. Everyone is hungry. You've got the best resources, human capital in the continent. And so many sovereignty that wants to be part of anything that is growing that you can leverage from. AFCFTA, you've heard about the African Continental Free Trade, allowing the continent to trade within internally. Spaza Eats is that. When I'm selling franchise for Spaza Eats across the continent, I'm saying that in the future, I will connect all those franchises to trade within. I'm not slow. Yes, my journey is different. I'm building an Alibaba. You want to compare me with somebody who no, I'm not doing this. It's not the same thing.
Sure. And it takes a lot to understand that.
100%. That's why I had to go through a process and a teaching with my first company. Yes. So my CEO at Analytics doesn't allow me to take money from there. She pays me every month. But back in the days, I used to take money the way I want. Now I'm not allowed because she has to push her profit and she has to show me how she has done. That's the game I'm on. If I was selfish, why would I agree to that? I would say, well, what kind of agreement is that?
Mm.
It's still my money. But no, if you are in the business of serving people, hiring so many professionals, and you know that their lives and their families depend on you, you need to do the right thing. Yes.
Yo. Questions? Comments?
That's it. Close is done.
These guys are scared. So that camera there is for you.
Okay.
There's a guy sitting at home listening to you
Yes.
and thinking, hey man, you don't know my situation. You don't know what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm going to eat tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, but I hear what you've said.
Yes.
Where do I
That's the
start?
guy I want to talk to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, where do I start? I hear you, and your message has reached me. Where do I start? I might have a degree, or I might not be having a degree. I might have matric, I might not have matric.
Yeah.
I might not even have a driver's license. But where do I start?
Do you have a 4 million expense every month in one company like me? In one company? No. Do you have another 2 million expense in another company like me? No. What are you crying about? Your problems are about you, me. I'm worrying about us. I can't even go a day, 15 days without answering my phone. A lot of people depend on my brain and my thoughts of existence. You don't have that, but you want to claim that you can't solve you today. Okay, you don't have those problems, so we're focusing on you, individual, you yourself, one person. First thing, let me come with a solution. You can register on Spaza Eats as a driver. If you have a bicycle, you make something. Okay, provide
Normal bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether you're in Soweto or whatever, you make some money and
Any township.
yeah, any township. We are going national now. We were in Cape Town and Gauteng, Guguletu and them, and now we are going national. That's what you can do first. But let's say you don't have a bicycle. You don't have that. I'm talking in foreign language. Let me tell you. If you are one-to-one person, you need to understand that life is about human to human. It's about social interaction. So if you can say something to someone that helps them see you as a value, they can pay you for that. So you want to start developing something that will make somebody value you. You can be a tutor, you can be anything. If you've got a degree, you can be anything. Use what you have now to make at least 200, 300, and scale that. Because you're going to find other solutions from what you have. Some of the opportunities are limited because of money. I agree. But you can't start from 100,000. You won't even maintain it. You don't even know what to do with 100,000. How many people have won 1 million and they've went back? They don't have pillars to sustain 1 million. When they say a person is a millionaire, they're not talking to a person who had 1 million and went back. They're talking about a person who consistently make 1 million. When they say that guy is a multi-millionaire, they're not talking about a person who had 10 million and now is 9. No, a person who make consistent 10 million, 30 million, 40 million. So if you're not doing that, you're not in the level to feel like you have big problems. Because some of us have those problems. But I'm saying that I had to develop from poverty. Nobody came to me and said, this is the direction. You navigate like. Do you think a guy came to me and say, no, you move like. I'm starting off and I remember my family doesn't like what I'm doing. In fact, they want to hold a meeting to explain to me, why are you doing this?
Yeah, tell us what happened there.
I knew that all of them are not smart enough to understand what I'm doing. But their degrees, I'm talking about professionals who work in corporates, that you can't disagree to them. I knew that they don't have enough understanding.
They wanted you to do what? To work?
To work and not do much. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that the person I'm gifted to be, I'm not supposed to be doing that. I carry so much in me. That's why I have so much. I have more people who are working for me, brother. I told you about 500 plus people who are driving on Spaza Eats. That's another channel that I'm not talking about. I have more than 60 professionals working for analytics, working for Spaza Eats. Every expense is on my head. I don't have a backup like anybody else. I'm doing this by my head, by myself. And I knew this is coming for me before I had it. So a person is coming, is earning whatever. Let's say, for God's sake, he's earning 200,000 a month. He's telling me, you don't know. No, you're not enough smart. I'm saying you're not smart enough to understand what I'm about to do. That's the confidence I had. But you can't be having that confidence if you know you are slow. You have to. I knew that in the level and the world I live in, none of these guys who are talking to me exist there. None of them. That's why I'm here now. And they can't doubt it, because even if they say, no, he's not, now it's proven by default. Yeah.
Time is an equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that if you know you are that being and you know there's something for you, start where you are with what you can. As you go, you'll find answers and you'll find network that will help you get better. And as you get better, you'll find yourself. It's not no, the answers are not in the school book. I've read so many books. I'm from business class. They are not there. If it was there, a professor wouldn't have time to teach you. He will know what to do to make himself $1 million. Do you think he knows the answers? He knows enough to teach and make money per month. I'm not talking that. And the thing is, people always take it outside. I see this guy. He's not smart like that. There was a guy, I did pen, and there was a guy says, you know, this guy probably make 10 million and then subtract probably 2 million profit per year. Yeah, he's not smart like that. I have to deal with it. But if I look at him, can you do what you are saying now? Can you do it? Because even that is difficult for you. You know what I mean? We're doing things that are beyond normal, beyond eye level, outlier stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing stuff, eh? Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Brother, I appreciate you taking your time. I know
Thank you.
how busy you are. So you taking time just to add value to our community, add value to people, change people's lives like you are now.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me. And I just want to say to you, I appreciate it. And what I'm taking from your story is the story of process. Follow the
100%.
process.
100%.
Build the
Be
pillars.
patient to your process. You can't be comparing yourself in that process. You don't have to. You don't even know how many years I have to live now. Maybe this is the last lap that I have. You want to compare yourself with me. Do your part. Maybe you have 80 years, you know. We all have different gifts and you have to work on yours. Don't compare yourself when you're doing this. Just do your part. Play your part. A lot of people say, no, I've got people who earn 40,000, 60,000 in my company. I've got people who earn 90,000 in my company. I'm from poverty. Somebody will say, no, he's not smart like that. I don't expect you to say that, man. I've already proven to myself that I'm sharp, man. You know what I mean? I've already proven to me, because I don't know anyone from where I'm coming from who has done it. Anyone spark out? Zero. So in my journey, I learned that you have to be patient and follow your own journey. Use mine as a story to learn from. I was inspired by Floyd Mayweather. 50-0. I approach business like boxing. Jab, 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 right hand. 100,000, 2 million. 10 million. That's how I approach business.
Sure.
Jab, 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 right hand. I watched Floyd Mayweather my whole life. And I remember when I was at Turks and I'm staying at this place called The Wall. I used to pay rent back in the days, about 3,000. We're staying there. I took 3,000. I bet on Floyd Mayweather, 2011. The whole money. I know that my father can afford that. I won. Do you know why? Floyd Mayweather mindset is not for losing, bro. It's for winning. And when I'm doing it, just know I'm not going to fail. Whatever they write about me, think about, I'm not going to fail. 100%. That's where I'm cut from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I'm doing this, I put my life, everything in it. You know what I mean? So even when I was quitting a job with that mindset, I knew that how many 40,000s are going to come to me every month, multiplied. I've done that now. Multiply 40,000 by 100. I've done that. Multiply even more than that. I've done that a month. So when you are doing this, you have to be abnormal. You have to be delusional. You have to be stupid. You have to be crazy. Stupid people have to be calling you stupid to prove that they are smart. But it's not about that at the end of the day. It's about how many people have you helped yourself that you can call that. I've helped 50 people who are professionals every month. I've done it myself. I've got smart people who call me stupid, but they can't do what I do. That's the journey I walk.
And you've got stupid people who call you stupid, but they still can't do what you do.
Stupid people, I can't even explain it because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a father. My kids, I take them to school every day. I'm teaching them because I know The most important thing is for them to be sparked the brain. So if I'm gone, they know what to do. The biggest investment to my kids is not the money. Unfortunately, people think it's money. It's the knowledge that I'm going to spark in them. I record my videos not for you, for my kids. You want to tell me my son Tyson, when he sees what I'm saying, he's going to do your dumb shit.
Continue, don't worry.
Let me tell you, the journey I'm walking.
Be yourself, don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
The journey I'm
already
walking.
take it. Be yourself.
I'm already recording manuals for my kids when they grow up. Even if somebody tries to lie to them, when they hear 1, 2, 3 words from me, they're going to know what to do. I promise you. My father, I was talking to him, he used to work for Transnet. And before he resigned, he was like, do you know if you, let's say he was a general worker, but earning about 30,000, 40,000. And then he's like, do you know if you go work and you work in a professional job, you'll earn about 30,000, 40,000. Do you know that is not different from what I've done? It's the same thing. You might come as a professional, but it's because now they need you to be educated to do the things that I used to do, uneducated. So your journey from now until 30, 40 years, you're going to go to pension. After pension, you're going to go manage your cows. So don't think that you are done. You are the same as me. I had to see my 50 years and I changed it now. My father taught me that.
Yeah.
That's why I have my father now. My father earns every month. He stays in well taken care of property that I used to stay in when I was working in corporate. He doesn't have to do dumb shit looking after cows. When he goes home, people ask him, when are you coming back home? When are you going to look after cows? That's for you who don't have anybody to look after you. My father doesn't have to do that. He's got me who can take care of it, who's got enough problems and enough businesses for us to be worried about every day. That's our farm. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You want my father to be looking after cows there.
And he's got his own farm, which you've built.
This is his farm. That's the legacy we're building. My kids have to learn from that this is the journey. Even if they go learn somewhere else, even if you go work for any corporate, at the end of the day, you need to know you are cut from a different cloth. You need to take over. So I can't help somebody who doesn't have this in them to do this. If you don't have it, please work with a smart person like Witness. Work with a smart person like me, because working with me, I'm not selfish like that. I will help you become successful in what you're doing. I know people who came to me with just bags. They're now staying in properties. It's different level to afford a property for 2 million, 3 million. If you're working for Mr. Banks, for example. We expect this from large corporations, but I've got people who are doing that consistently. You go to analytics advertising. My parking is full. I'm worrying about parking there. Those guys need to move out to a new office because of parking. The parking is not enough. That's my type of problem. Every month I've got a different level of problems. But a person on LinkedIn, whatever, LinkedIn is good for me, has been good. But on YouTube, goes to Witness platform. This guy is not smart like this, he's stupid. I want to challenge that person to go and create a platform that will help so many people have a platform and have a job and serve their country. That's the competition I want you to compete with me in. I don't want anything else, your cars, your houses. I'm not interested. I want you to hire so many people that you can compete with me. I want that competition. 100%. I'm ready. Because that's a good competition. We are serving the economy doing that. But you can't be sitting while struggling to serve yourself, to even buy your data and talking nothing. It doesn't help us. Every day I've got big problems to solve. When my CEO from this side have a problem, they call me. They're calling who? They're calling me to solve the problem. When a client feels like that CEO is not delivered, they're calling who? They're calling me. How many problems can one man take? And now I have to deal with you who's talking things that you don't have a solution for. I can't. You see what I mean? And this is not theory. I'm not a speaker. I'm talking things that I'm going through. We need to recognize that when you are living this journey, you need to devote your life for this. It's not for proving a point. I'm not a speaker. I speak my solutions. I speak what I'm doing. And we have to, if you are going to comment and say, I feel like I'm smarter than him, I want you to compete with me by developing a company that will hire so many unemployed people. We shouldn't have 60% unemployment if you are smart like that.
So you're wasting your smartness.
Yes, we don't recognize it. It's close to non-existent. If you can apply your knowledge, it's as good as we don't have one. Apply your knowledge. Let's see it happening. Let's see it working. That's all I can say, yeah.
So I've got a question
Yep.
for you.
Yeah.
If we were to strip you naked.
Mm-hmm.
Take everything from you.
Yeah.
Take your connections, take your companies,
Yeah.
take your money, and leave you with nothing.
Yes.
What would you do? Where would you start to build Ben?
Naked.
We've got 5 minutes at least.
Naked.
Yeah. You don't have clothes. Zoambaro zochimbira neso. Is that
It's difficult because people are not welcoming. They look at you like you're a witch or something. But I'll try my best to get clothes first. I'll try and ask for clothes first. And I won't come to the mall because I will be a mumish here. But I'll go to homes. I'll go to people's homes. I recognize that there's a different level. And I ask for clothes. They throw me with some overalls. It's good enough to work. I will move around, see what I can eat, I will work on myself first. What can I eat for a week? What can I eat for 2 weeks? Where can I sleep? If I'm sleeping in a breach, I have to find my way out of the breach. I'm getting myself out of a breach through how? I'm not asking. My mindset is not built on asking. It's built on serving. I'm either washing your cars for free. I don't even expect you to pay me, but I know that good deeds always makes a person. Social animals, people will always give you for doing good. If I just wash your car without you saying, if I just ask you, I'm asking you, washing your car for free, you will always thank me. I do that part. Somehow I get my place. When I get my place, I'm not looking for a job anyway. I'm not interested. I'm trying to build this car wash business until I find a way that can grow my money. I'm bringing maybe 1 or 2 people to help me. They will pay themselves by washing the cars. If I was charging 50 rand, they will take 30 rand. 20 rand is mine. Like keep watch. I bring 3 people, 4 people. They're washing the cars. 20 rand is mine. 30 rand is yours. I can't starve, guys. I can't.
Yo.
I can't. It's what I'm doing now on Spaza Eats. I'm doing that on Spaza Eats. I build Spaza Eats. Today we are at F&B. Maroon 5 is performing at F&B. I'm the biggest name there. Spaza Eats. There's no competitor you're talking about. I'm the biggest name there. My people put me there. And I only paid enough. And then I'm selling this thing across the continent as a national brand. You already know the hat. You know that I'm in Ghana, I'm at home. You know when I'm in Senegal, I'm at home. Yeah. My people are already looking at buying Spaza Eats as a franchise.
A boy 20% from Louis Trichardt.
I don't represent Louis Trichardt when I'm doing this. I represent the continent. Because when I represent Louis Trichardt, you already look, this boy. No, I already know the presentation from where I'm coming from. I changed it. That's why I wear the hat. I want you to look at me as more continental, more of an African saver, more of a... When I'm in Zimbabwe, my brother, I've got a company in Zimbabwe. We trade in dollars. Zimbabwe is US. And people don't know this. They want to say Zimbabwe is strike. No, Zimbabwe, Harare is US. It's US. I've got a company that we charge in dollars in US. It's registered under my name. Botswana, I make more money than here in Botswana because the currency is 30% more.
Yeah.
So when I'm moving in the continent, I'm trying to represent us as a whole. If I represent Louis Trichardt and what, I don't want that presentation. It's already... It has a ceiling. I don't want. People are driving cars. They're driving these, and I have what I need right now. Yeah, I don't need any other validation. My validation, I want you guys to say, if this guy can build a solution that can go across the continent, across the diaspora, and is powerful, I respect him I want you to respect me for my work, not for what I have and where I stay. I don't want you to look at that. I want you to look at my work. Look at what I'm doing. To be able to hire software developers, data scientists, accountants, it requires a level of brains. You can't say that I don't think if I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Guys, if you're watching this and you're not inspired, I don't know what's going to inspire you, because literally this is a story that needs to resonate with me and you. And I think right now, if you're watching on YouTube, look at the story, listen to it, watch it again if you have to, share the video with someone else, but most importantly, comment and let us know which part of the story resonates with you. And what I'm taking from it is that your work needs to be bigger than what you have.
100%.
Your vision needs to be bigger than what you have.
100%.
And it needs to be bigger than where you come from.
100%.
You understand?
100%.
And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for coming through.
And I want to say all the best on your show. If you continue and not stop, you will save so many people. and you'll also grow yourself by default. You found your gift doing this, and as you do your businesses and whatever, but it's beyond yourself. If you are going to be feeling like today, I don't feel like doing this, you're going to deprive so many innovators that were going to be sparked by you. Do your part. And do your part. It's not about your feelings and how you're tired today. It's about what you are called to do. That's why you are still alive today. If you're going to do dumb shit every day because you don't feel like today you've got enough money, you're going to deprive so many people who are going to save the continent. Do your part. What you're doing here is powerful. That's why I went to Penn and I told him the same thing. What you're doing here is powerful. You're saving so many kids who didn't get the right knowledge to be sparked and see it differently. That's why when I'm coming here, I don't do this to make money. I've got a book. I don't come here and say I'm selling a book. I'm doing this to you for everyone to find their path. Find your path. And because you found yours, and yes, you do your business in the back end, it's not about you anymore. I don't want you to say, "Oh, today I stopped because hey, you know I was having traveling." Do it in Dubai. Do it in US. Do it there. Yes, do it there.
You listening, Hugo? We do it in Dubai.
Do it in Dubai.
Do it in Ghana. We do it in Rwanda. We do it in
100%.
the US.
100%.
Everywhere we go,
100%.
it's more than just money. And from me to you, from my team and I, broadcasting from Johannesburg, South Africa, from Mall of Africa, it's more than just money store. We love you. Peace out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brother,
I gave you. Yeah.
I can take off my jacket.